Hello guys, I'm Dijon Musa hosting you on this channel Every Life Matters, and we've been looking at homeostasis, and today I want us to look at regulation of blood sugar. In most cases when you talk about blood sugar, we mean the concentration of glucose in blood. And when you talk about the concentration of glucose in blood, after there we need to understand why should we regulate the blood sugar. Otherwise, why should we regulate the amount of glucose in blood? And we are going to use two words, hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia. So when we talk about hypoglycemia, it means when the concentration of glucose in blood is low. And remember, glucose is a solute. And solute meaning that there is less glucose in blood. It implies that the other tissues and cells around blood are having more glucose than the glucose which is in the blood. And this will result into lowering the blood's osmotic pressure. So, the blood's osmotic pressure being low, meaning that the blood will lose water by the osmotic action to the surrounding tissues and cell. And the loss of blood would be dangerous. When you go to the condition of hyperglycemia, it simply means when there is too much glucose in blood, when the glucose level in blood has raised above the normal. And the effect of this, it is that it raises the blood's osmotic pressure. So there will be too much, otherwise it will lead to dehydration of the surrounding tissues, since all the water around will be rushing to blood, and other tissues losing water, it will be deadly, because most of the reactions they catalyze require water. And in those cells, remember, their metabolic pathway is taking place, so it is liberated. So the temperature of such tissues increase, and that water in such tissues would help to cool down those tissues. By the loss of water, there will be no coolant, hence would lead to denaturization. So, in regulation of blood sugar, we need to understand the set points of sugar level, like which is the concentration in blood. Normally, it is 90 milligrams per 100 centimeters of blood. But however, this one is the normal concentration, but it really varies. Let's say when someone is fasting, it can drop to 75 milligrams per 100 cubic centimeters of blood. Even after eating a heavy meal of carbohydrates, the digestion has taken place, absorption along the small intestine taking place, the concentration can increase to 150 milligrams. Guys, let us continue and look at the sources of blood sugar. Sources, otherwise, what increases blood sugar? Recently, we have looked at the condition known as hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia. So, hyperglycemia simply means increase in glucose levels in blood. So, we are going to look at the sources of blood glucose. Otherwise, what brings about hyperglycemia? The increase of blood sugar. The first thing is diet. After eating food, digestion takes place, process like digestion, absorption, assimilation, and the others. And that is after taking carbohydrates. We know that the soluble end product of carbohydrate digestion is glucose. So the diet is a source of blood glucose. It increases the level of glucose in blood. The next process that increases glucose in blood is glycogenolysis. Glycogenolysis, which is the conversion of the stored glycogen. It is the conversion of the stored glycogen into glucose. When the glycogen that had been stored in the liver cells and the muscle cells has been converted into glucose. Glycogenolysis, as we are going to see. Another thing that increases the blood sugar level is gluconeogenesis. gluconeogenesis, forming glucose from non-carbohydrate sources. We are forming glucose from molecules which are not carbohydrate in nature. For example, converting lipids into glucose, making lipids into glucose is called lipolysis. You are converting lipids into glucose. We have conversion of proteins to glucose, and the conversion of proteins to glucose, most of the times it explains the waste of body tissues, because there are not enough carbohydrates in the body which can be hydrolyzed to glucose, which serves many functions, most especially in respiration, being a major respiratory substrate. When there is no glucose and lipids, the body will resort to proteins, and it will convert into proteins to meet its energy needs. But just as these proteins, since most of the tissues are made up of proteins, so those tissues will be degraded. So the tissues will be used instead, and that one will result into subsequent loss of weight, as you are going to see. We have reducers of, or what reduces blood sugar, or what uses. As we said here, hypoglycemia is the lowering of the blood glucose level. The glucose level decreases. Otherwise, what lowers the glucose levels? This is now what we are looking at, reducers of blood sugar. And number one, we are having tissue respiration. The release of energy from energy-rich compounds. And mainly, in tissue respiration, users of glucose, there are three processes. We have glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport system. But this one majorly, it takes place in the systole, which is the breakdown of the 6-carbon sugar glucose into 2 molecules of a 3-carbon sugar called pyruvic acid, and continue to the Krebs cycle, as we shall see. The next thing is lipogenesis. Lipogenesis, you are giving rise to lipids. Otherwise, this simply means the conversion of glucose to lipids. Conversion of glucose to lipids, a carbohydrate to lipid. So where we may have the formation of glycolipids and the others. The next thing, one of the users, or what reduces blood sugar level, we have glycogenesis. Glycogenesis simply means the conversion of the glucose into glycogen for storage, which is an insoluble polysaccharide. So my dear friend, whenever I'm going to talk about regulation of blood sugar, I want you to keep in mind the sources, otherwise what increases and what reduces, because this is what we are going to play around with so as to increase, and still this one is what you are going to play around with to reduce. Otherwise, you can follow our more next videos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. Thank you.